Hello, 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 hello. I think everything's almost set up. I just need to get face tracking in place, and then we're good to go. Yeah, that looks good enough. That'll do, I guess. I'm so tired after today. After today. I wish this was the day after today. Ow, I don't want to blind myself. Which I just did. Oh my word. There and there and at there. Perfect. Other than the stuff. Exposure, white balance. Why did I put all the boxes directly? Ladies and germs, today we are playing Carnage at the Carnival. Gonna play. Look at this guy. Look at him. Look at this guy. His batteries are dying because you can like barely see him. He switched sweaters still. Also, check this out. I didn't know they did this. Well, because I haven't even had my uni for a year. Look. Look at the birthday. It's for me. It's my birthday. So cute. I love it. It's like the highlight of today. Which just shows what today's been like. That my highlight for today is my Tamagotchi decorating for for my birthday. That's the kind of day it's been today, chat. Part of me thought about I almost did like a just chatting stream, and I was just gonna lay on the floor the entire stream. That's the kind of vibe we're like almost at. That's where we're at today. We are at I am so tired, I rather just lay on the floor and do nothing than be a productive member of society. But it's fine. We'll survive. Adapt and overcome. Am I right? Am I right or am I right? This again does not feel like it's in the right spot, but no matter what adjustments I do, it doesn't fit. At my lap. Look at my lap. Look at the lap. Oh, I'm so dumb. Okay. I was like, the table seems so much further away for some reason. You know? But I can move this piece. There we go. Now I can sit back a little more. You're not loose tracking 24/7. Alright, so the next game, technically, for this one, for Series 1, should have been the Sacred Grove. But I'm missing a piece, and it still hasn't arrived yet in the mail. Van Ryder did ship me a replacement piece, which it responded, like, super quick, which is really good. So thank you, Van Ryder. So it's on its way. I'm just waiting for it to come in, and then we can play it. So we're gonna play this one with Geppetto, which I'm excited to play this one anyways. The one that I'm missing the piece for is probably the one I'm the least interested in. Solely based off of, like, vibes. Alright, so who are the two for this one? Osme and Charlie. I'm gonna pick Asme. Envelope. And there's her card. Now all I have left is the core box to unpack. Gosh. Imagine being so wealthy in Final Girl. I'm so Final Girl wealthy. I got Tamagotchis, I don't know what to do with them. I'm thinking of starting up one of my Gen 1 Tamas today after stream. Mostly because I want to see how badly the battery's dying on my Gen 2. I'm pretty sure the battery's, like, dying super bad. That's why it's, like, near impossible to see. Four, 5, 7. And again, I'm not gonna worry about doing signature actions this game. I think I probably won't bring signature actions back out until we are doing, like, the big play with the stories and everything. And then I'll swap out signature actions every round. But that was... Alright. These Tamas still are awake at a decent time. Or, like, a fair amount of time. This one, this guy, right now, doesn't go to sleep till 11. But, like, his stats are depleting so quickly that, like, we're getting to that age where it's just like, I might as well just reset. 11 years. 11 days. 24 hours in Tamagotchi world is 1 year. Or 24 hours in the real world is 1 year in the Tamagotchi. Like dog years and such. And by, like, what, year 8, they're an elder, basically. I'm trying to get the cinnamon roll Tama in uni. So I'm doing all the work for that, which is literally just constantly make it use the thing. Right. Okay. So position things. Could be lower, actually. That's pretty much the edge of the table, actually. Nice. Alright, we got the good camera angle. Pedo here, and I have not grabbed 2 tokens yet from the tray. Do now. Or at 4. Seven. Right, let's start with the Carnival setup. Alright, special setup. Set up the game as normal with the following changes to the item decks when playing with Carnival Blood. Alright, I read items. So let me do that first. Shuffle these up a little bit. That's on screen. Here, trap preference. We'll need that. We're gonna have to do some extra setup things. I know that already. Do basic setup and then we'll adjust basic setup when we need to. Have food on this shelf, my girl. Stop throwing your food around all the time. Such a messy eater. That's the worst. Comes to only eating nicely. He like just throws things. It's so frustrating. He has her own dedicated spot on my desk where her food sits. Because I like having her around. I don't know if I'd see her a whole lot if I didn't have her food in this room. Be like, I got my food out here. I got my water out here. I don't need to go. Cards have seen better shape, better days. Alright, so there are 3 item traps. These guys. Set the 3 item trap cards aside. Shuffle the remaining item cards. Reading this. That's step 1. Alright. Deal out 3 decks of 2 item cards face down. 1, 2, 3. And randomly add 1 item trap card face down on each deck. And then shuffle the 3 item decks separately. Okay, interesting. The problem with shuffling 3 cards is, like, it's easy to know where the odd card is. Especially if you're, like, adding it in later. So you have to, like, really mangle these around. Like, mix them up in your hand, get, like, lost for feel of them, so you don't know which one is which. Until you don't actually know which card is which, when you can stop shuffling. Until you look at it and you're like, I can't say for 100% certainty which card is the... I'm gonna look away for a second because it's gonna help my brain forget, because object permanence. The longer I look at it, the more I'll be able to remember which card it is. Alright, I have no idea. Because if I do this and look at my cards while I'm doing this, I will be able to follow that card, no problem. No matter how much I try and mix it up, I will still be able to say, well, this is the trap card. But if I look away and do this, and just really let it kind of get lost in my hands, and mix it up... Oh. I don't know which one. I think the item... If I really want to metagame it, I think the trap card is on the bottom of that other deck. Then deal out 1 item card face up on top of each item deck. Yo, Zappo, the Carnival monkey! Cool. Alright, so let's run through what we have here. So we have the House of Horrors, the House of Mirrors, and the Things of Astonishment. Astonish. That's weird. Things to Astonish, sorry. The House of Horrors, the House of Mirrors, and Things to Astonish. This is our escape here. 1 here and 1 here. Oh, and the clown card counts as an escape. So we have, what are the new things? So we have the mysterious pills, which we've seen in other games. Basically discard it, and you can either bring the horror tracker down by 1, or you can heal 2 health. One of your choosing. We have Zappo, the Carnival monkey. You may use Zappo to resolve a search card from up to 2 spaces away from a search location. That's insane. If you use Zappo and an item trap is revealed, he flees in terror. Ignore the effects of the trap and discard Zappo. Do I just get to keep Zappo? That's insane. Found footage. Discard the found footage to cancel the effect of one item trap or terror trap card. If concealing a terror trap, if canceling a trap card, discard the card without applying any of the card's effects. Okay. I don't know why that gave my such a hard time. And then we'll read special rules for Carnival in a second. While we set up Geppetto. And I'll use his tokens instead of his minifigs. Setup. Place the puppet's card next to the killer board. Place all 3 puppet tokens on the ready space. Right. Cards are set. Is that all the special setup for Geppetto? Yeah. Alright, I can start reading special rules. We'll start with the location. Also gonna switch sweaters. Alright, Carnival Blood comes with 2 kinds of traps. Item traps or terror traps. And terror traps. Item traps. There are 3 item traps randomly hidden within the item decks during setup. They will only be discovered by searching at a search location. Each item deck will have a single item trap, but you won't know where in the deck they are located. After successfully searching, if you draw an item trap, you must resolve it unless otherwise noted. If your search revealed an item in addition to the item trap, you may still take the item, but must resolve the trap first. Okay, so if we do a double success search, for example, and we take one item, and then the second thing is a trap. We can still take the item, but we do still have to take the trap. We don't get to ignore the trap. So as soon as we see the trap, it's trap. basically. I am trap cards are discarded after they are resolved, unless otherwise noted. Terror traps. There are 3 terror trap cards in the Carnival of Blood's Terror deck. They may be revealed during the killer phase when a terror card is drawn. When a terror trap is drawn, resolve it like you would any other terror card. When the terror trap card instructs you to place the accompanying trap token, place it in your current space. The effect of the trap occurs immediately and applies to you and any victims in your space. Victims are always killed, but each trap affects you differently. Refer to the terror trap reference card for each trap's specific effects. After resolving the trap's effects, finish resolving the terror trap card and discard it as normal. Trap tokens are not discarded and remain on the board for the rest of the game. Each time you or a victim enters a space with a trap token, apply the trap's effects accordingly. Enemies are not affected by trap tokens for any reason and completely ignore them. So no matter what, enemies don't take damage from the traps. Traps are literally there to make my life miserable. Alright, special rules for Geppetto. Puppets. The puppets are considered minions. There are 3 total puppets, which is the maximum number that can be on the board and or the puppet card at any time. Whenever a puppet is killed, place it on the puppets card on the exhausted space. Each killer phase up until the finale is revealed, the first step in the minion action line on the back of the finale card is to spawn a puppet. When spawning a puppet, take a token from the ready space of the puppet's card and place it in Geppetto space. If there are no tokens in the ready space, no puppets are spawned. Whether none was spawned or none or not. No tokens in the ready space means no puppets spawned. Whether one was spawned or not, move all of the puppet tokens in the exhausted space to the ready space. Some of Geppetto's terror cards will specify whether an action line only applies to the puppets, but many do not. Likewise, your chosen location's terror card will not specify this either. When resolving a killer action on any terror card that does not specify whether it only applies to the puppets, each puppet on the board will resolve the full action one at a time. If there are multiple puppets, you may choose which order they resolve the action in. After each puppet has gone, resolve the same action for Geppetto. Puppets have 1 health. Okay, they function pretty much the same as... Their movement value is the same as Geppetto's and will charge accordingly. And his bloodlust increase. Okay, that's different from the maniacs from Ratchet Lady. Puppets have strings that are attached to their master, so they must end their movement within 2 spaces of Geppetto. They may move further than 2 spaces as long as they end their movement within 2 spaces of him. This can sometimes happen when a puppet's target is within 2 spaces of Geppetto, but taking the most direct route to reach that target will momentarily place them 3 or more spaces away from him. If a special effect from a terror card or other game effect results in a puppet being more than 2 spaces away from Geppetto, the next time that puppet must choose a target, it will instead target Geppetto, attempting to end its movement as soon as it's exactly within 2 spaces from him. If it runs out of movement, it may be forced to stop further than 2 spaces from Geppetto, in which it will repeat this process until next time it must choose a target. When a puppet must stop moving, either because further movement would cause it to end more than 2 spaces from Geppetto, or it was returning to Geppetto and made it exactly 2 spaces from an additional movement. Any additional movement it may have had is lost. Okay. So, spawn 1 puppet. Okay, it specifies right here. Spawn 1 puppet, it chooses a victim, and then moves. And then Geppetto's goal is literally attack whoever's nearby. Alright. Let us see the setup card then. No laughing matter. We are at the things to astonish, which is the mysterious pills. And he is at the clown car. I'm going to flip over the event card now, just in case it's needed. It's not real. Place 4 new victims at the House of Mirrors. Place the skull token at the Forest of Horrors. Any victims at or moving into the Forest of Horrors are killed immediately. That sucks. That immediately sucks. Alright, so here's the problem. Wow, that's a lot of people in that one location. House of Mirrors, yeah. This one. Four. Three. Four. The horror, that card. Card. Alright. 2 in the big top. 2 over by this, what looks like knife throwing. 2 here. And finally, 2 in the Forest of Horror. Very unfortunate start. Which is kind of fair, because, like, the first few doesn't really do much for him anyways. Alright. Very unfortunate beginning. But that is it for setup. So we are pretty much good to start now. Oh, teeth brush. Brushing teeth! Brushing our teeth! Gonna brush our teeth! Really took a while brushing them teeth. You're actually doing alright for stats right now. I didn't need to give it that attention, but it's getting it. Alright. Let's find our music, shall we? Tabletop audio. I don't think there's any, like, creepy carnival ones. We might just have to do ones that kind of fit the vibe. We're not gonna be able to, like, hit the nail on the head, but we can get close. Abandoned fair! There is something close to Carnival. What else should we throw in here? Is this good? It's so nothing. Okay. Victorian London. No, that's too bustling. that doesn't have the same, like, sort of feel that I like to go for. I like that one. That one sounds nice. Very drippy. Um, 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 I want to add at least like one or two more before we start. This one? Good. And maybe this one? This one might be too Japanese. It's very Japanese, okay. It's called Yokai Forest. So I kind of had a feeling that would be a little off the mark. Yeah, that's good. Alright. We can accept that. That should be a good mix. That's a good enough mix, right? Alright. Let us begin. Carnage at the Carnival. This is a little more intense than I expected it to be. That's alright. Alright. So. Oh, that's my location. That's my location. That's their location. This is why I want to make the color more obvious when I paint the minis. So, the first thing I'd like to do, as we always do, I want to search the location I'm at. Ideally, I'd like to search the House of Mirrors, but that's going to become dangerous really quick. And there's a very possible chance that I can't make it there quickly enough. Oh, okay. It tells me on this card what their stats are. Alright. I'm going to just focus for now. Double success on the first roll. Alright, second focus. Single success. What the hey? What a start. Alright. I don't want to walk. How do I... So this skull does not affect me. It is only victims. The card specifically says any victims at or moving into this forest are killed immediately. It does not affect me at all. So if I want to get people to the exit, my best bet right now is probably heading this way. 1, 2, 3, 4. But I don't want to do that just yet. So I think... Hi, Q! Thank you! Let me get rid of this silly little bot real quick. No worries. Thank you for popping in. I appreciate it. I hope you have a good day at work. Do I want to do a double search? No, wait a second. I know what I can do. I take a distraction for 3. And then take both of the close call cards. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright. Geppetto's turn. First off, spawn 1 puppet and move to the nearest victim. Right here, with a movement speed of 1. And then draw a terror card. Which is terrifying. If there are no victims on the board, ignore and discard and draw another. Otherwise, increase the horror tracker by 2. Each victim that is with or adjacent to a puppet's space panic. That's everyone here and here. Panics to a space with a puppet. They are killed immediately. Each victim that is with or adjacent to a puppet's space panics. If a victim panics to a space with a puppet, they are killed immediately. Okay. Let me grab 4 dice, and we'll resolve all of these 3. So, space with a puppet. Geppetto does not count. So, these 4 are fine. Alright, so first off we have a 2. Which is to this crowd. I should resolve these 2 first. Okay, actually, I have 2 more dice. I'll resolve those 2. 3 and a 6. So one of them does die. The other one stays exactly where it is. Alright. 2 and 2 ones, so I'm going to do this. and then a 6. So this one goes here. Alright. That's our horror roll. Or our panic rolls. We lost 1. That's not terrible. Alright. Oh, we do have to do a panic phase because someone died and that person's now in the location of Geppetto. So a 1. So it goes right back to where it went. Oh, that's actually really good for us. And then upkeep, which I just need to do that. Alright. Step number 1. Step number 1. We are going to do distraction. 1, 2, 3, 4. Double success. This goes up by 2, this goes down by 2. And then I will search. Single success. This goes down by 1, and I take the top of things to astonish, which is the pills. Alright, so I'm going to take the 2 focus cards. I'm going to take the other search card for 2. I'm going to take... I'm going to take a sprint card for 2. And I'm going to take a... card for 2. That. Alright. Killer phase. On another puppet, and I move 1 space to the closest victim. Is still where this one is. I'm going to... this crowd over here. Alright, no one in Geppetto space, so that's fine. Tarot card. Increase the horror tracker by 2. You'll make a fun new toy. Starting with the puppets, 1 by 1. Move to the nearest victim. Or final girl, which there's already 1 in their space. I now reveal the dark power. That was so fast. Oh, and it's the epic dark power. During the killer phase, if all 3 puppets are in your space, you lose all remaining health. You still resolve the final health token as normal. Okay, so I have to make sure by no means necessary are all 3 puppets in the same location as me. Speaking of puppet, one of them will move here and take out another victim. This up. And then... Shadow will move here and another victim. Drawing an event card. Alright. So much junk. When this card is revealed, find the Zappo item card and put it in your backpack. Oh, no way! Reset the item dex if necessary. If you lose Zappo, roll 1 fewer dice when resolving search actions for the remainder of the game. Let's go, we get Zappo. So with the Zappo, quick reminder, with our little monkey friend, we can do search actions from 2 spaces away from a search location. So if I... 1, 2... 2... I can be in one of these 2 locations. I can go to this location, and I can search this area still. But I don't need the House of Mirrors anymore. Because I have Zappo. Zappo was the reason I was going to search there. That can get out. I would like to do some rescuing this turn. Alright. Wait, that sucks. Alright. Step 1. Oh wait, panic? We need panic? I do need panic. I need to make 2 panic rolls. A 2 and a 5. 2 goes to this crowd, and a 5 goes here. Okay. Upkeep, we're good? Alright. Step 1. If I had a walk card, this would be way easier. I'm trying to find a spot that's like 3 spaces away from Geppetto. That I can get the victims to, but I can't. I don't have a location that's of that caliber. Alright, I'm just gonna search. I'm gonna do 2 focuses and then I'm gonna search. That's not good. Alright, search time. Heck. What? What just happened? Alright, I'm not doing anything else. Take the 2 walk cards, weak attack and short rest. That's all I can do anyways. That was so garbage. Killer phase. New puppet spawns. Things are about to get sucky here in a second. Another event card. Animal panic. Each time the horror level increases, roll a number of die equal to the new horror level, and do the following. For each star, you may move a victim of your choice 1 space. For each 2 dice that are not a star, kill 1 victim. Fun. Exciting. Wonderful. Alright, and then guy goes here and takes out another victim. This is what I was trying to avoid. I just avoided one of the traps, actually, which is really cool. Alright, now I have to draw a tarot card. Minor dark power. Whenever a victim is killed in your space, or an adjacent one, increase the horror tracker. Great. Fantabulous. Love it. This is not a good start. This is really bad. I probably should have focused on getting people out first. Panic phase. There's 2 of them. 3 and a 4. Which both go to the same location. Actually, I'm gonna leave that there. Alright, I have a plan. Here we go. My turn. Step 1. Step 1, sprint. Yep. Doing. Three spaces. 1, 2, 3. I can take a search action card, regain 1 health, which I don't need. I'm at full health. Get to move 1 space. Research card. Spaces away. Could search things of astonish. Things to astonish. Which I'm going to do. I'm going to search the things to astonish. Oh? I could search Forest of Horrors too. I'm going to walk first. Alright. We're not searching. And I'm gonna walk again. Please double success. Or absolutely nothing. Alright. Planning phase. 2 focus cards. I'm gonna take a sprint for 2, and that's all I can do. That sucks. Terrible start. Killer phase. Puppets. Two, 3. Terror card. When a victim is killed in your space or adjacent, we're good. Each time the horror level increases. Bring her to me. Closest puppet to you. Which is the one I just moved. Does their movement and attacks. If you were damaged by the puppet, move 1 space closer to Geppetto. If you are in Geppetto's space, or there are no puppets in your space, discard this card. Otherwise, resolve this entire card again. What? If you are in Geppetto's space, or there are no puppets in your space, discard this card. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Alright. Let's take this 1 step at a time. The closest puppet to you moves to you and attacks. I have no way of blocking it, so I take 1 point of damage. If you were damaged by the puppet, move 1 space closer to Geppetto. If you are in Geppetto's space, or there are no puppets in your space, Oh, okay, we're good, we're good. Discard this card. There's no puppet in my space, so I can discard. Okay, I read that so differently, and I was stressed out. I thought it was like it got to repeat itself unless I step into Geppetto's space. Alright. I can't get there now. That actually just ruined my plan. Alright, sprint. Focus. Focus again. I guess I'm gonna sprint. Oh. If I keep them there, they can't get close enough. Because of Geppetto's string thing. Yeah, no. I'm gonna sprint. Single success, that's all I wanted. 1, 2. A plan. I have a plan. It is not a very solid one, but I do have a plan. Take a close call. Then I'll take us Surge. Guard. Search. Guard, search, guard, search the guard. Okay. So. Killer phase. Move. Puppets. Towards the nearest victim. They cannot end normal movement more than 2 spaces away from Geppetto. 2 spaces away from Geppetto. If they are more than 2 spaces away from Geppetto, their turn is spent getting to Geppetto until they are within 2 spaces. And cannot do anything else. Terror card. Endless maddening laughter. Laughter rings out in each space adjacent to you. All victims in those spaces panic. Victims in a space with an enemy are killed. If you are in a space or an adjacent to Geppetto, lose health equal to its attack value. If no victims were killed and did not take any damage, resolve the next terror card. Why? This is so ruthless. Alright, both of these two panic. 1 or 2 brings them down. Anything else, they go up. So they're either dead or they're dead. Do I even roll then? Victims in a space. All victims in those spaces. Oh! Whoa. Laughter rings out in each space adjacent to you. So this space and this space. Any victims in a space, in those spaces, panic. Oh. If no victims were killed, discard and draw. Is this a prop? Draw an event card. Discard a random item card if you have none. discard the top card from the nearest item deck. And then they don't go by the rules. The normal rules of... Alright. Place 4 new victims at the big top. One of them is a special victim, who is your plucky younger sibling. While the sibling is in your space, you may spend -2 points to reroll 1 die. The sibling dies +2 bloodlust. 1, 2, 3. Oh, you say the you said the big top? The big top? You mean like the big top that the killer is currently standing in? The big top? Game sucks. Geppetto's already like 1,000 times the worst. Discard a random item card. Oh wait. Did you even grow up? You grew up too. Look at you go. Row menu. Item. Alright. Alright, resolving 1 by 1. These 2 puppets move into our space. Because this is no longer normal movement, it's based on a terror card. The last terror card is gone, which was a trap. Then 2 of these go. Alright, we have 2 panic rolls to make. Both of them are 2. I don't have any way to get over there quickly. I'm gonna do this one. That's about to get chaotic real quick. Overall, things are about to get chaotic real quick. Because now the panic phase is done, it's upkeep phase, which means finale card gets removed. I also got really close to just like nearly ending the game there. Made your friends. During the killer phase, victims act as puppets. But all other times, they still act as normal victims. You may attack and kill victims if you wish, increasing bloodlust as normal. Great. Love that for me. Really, really love that for me. Okay. Two victims were killed in my space. That dumb card. This is about to become the worst round of Final Girl ever. Alright. Step 1. I would like 2 weak attack. I could do that. The puppet spawner is gone. The make one puppet thing is gone. I can get rid of the puppets. I can get rid of the puppets, chat. Oh my word, I can get rid of the puppets. That is a massive change. And the Forest of Horror is right next to me. Oh, I didn't think about that. That minion's first move is gonna have to be getting back to Geppetto. And I just realized that my vocal tracking is not working because I forgot to change the microphone. General settings. Scream. My general setting is Scream. Frustration. This one's kind of bland. Abandoned Fair. Get that out of here. Let me turn this up too. Rank it, baby. Okay. You know what? Yeah. All I want to do is search right now. I'm going to search the Forest of Horrors. Single success. Found footage. That is perfect. Alright. Planning phase. Step 1. I'm going to take a guard. I'm going to take a search. And I will take close call. That's all my points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And that's all I can do. Alright. Killer phase. First up, the puppet in my location will not attack. I almost forgot about the whole puppet rule. The puppet in my location will first attempt to return Geppetto. There. Geppetto. 2, 3. I will guard from Geppetto's attack. Geppetto only does 2 damage, so I only need a single success. I mean, it's a single success. Are you making a mess over there? Again? Yeah, I forgot about one of the rules, but it's fine. Alright. I can't move, so... Focus. Yeah, not being able to move is gonna be a nightmare. Focus. Focus. Oh, I only have 1 focus, and I have the 2 close call cards, so I'm gonna do this. Actually, I'm gonna do this. No, I'm gonna do this, okay. I didn't realize what cards I had. I will search. Single success. Trash can lid. Alright. Planning phase. I'm going to take a guard action. Yes? Maybe. Lily wants out. I'm gonna take retaliate. Minion rules, minion rules, minion rules, minion rules, minion rules, minion rules. Let me check that my microphone is not being garbo. Test 1, 2, 3. Alright, we're good. Alright, this still has potential. Here's why. Alright. Here's the plan. Killer phase. No, I can do this. Okay. Killer phase. Step 1. Minion moves and attacks, which I will use my trash can lid to block. I just dropped another token into that crevice again. Only does 1 damage. In moves. I will retaliate. Reduce attack by 2. 1 damage. Dang it! Did not quite go as definitely in ready state, but and then these 2 will move and attack, and I will use the rest of the trash can lid to block both of their attacks. And then Geppetto will attack, and I will have to take the full 2 damage. Wait. I don't think I finished this stuff. Should have these 3 cards. And retaliate should be the only thing here. Okay. Step 1. Good way of going about this. If I mess up any of these rolls, if this roll messes up, there's no coming back from this. All weak attack. How many attacks do I have to block? 1, 2, 3, 4. Get 2 guard cards. going to walk. I'm going to weak attack. Success. I take damage. I will now walk. Let's go! Because apart from the killer's turn, the victims still act like normal victims, and I can now 1, 2, save them. So first victim is done. That goes down by 2. And for every additional, I recover 1 heart. You've got to be kidding me. I actually did not look at the back of this card yet. This is the first time looking at this. Whenever you draw at least 1 item card, draw an extra card and choose 1. You are immune to item trap cards. That is huge. I will short rest. Double success on the short rest. Let's... Oh... You kidding me? That's huge. That single decision may have just saved this game. Alright, so... let me take my cards here for planning phase. 5 points. I'll take a guard for 2. I will take a sprint for 2. A close call for 1. Get rid of the sprint and just take 2 close calls. Alright, let me talk you through what my plan was here. So, with where we were at, we were going to take 4 damage, because there was a puppet, 2 victims, and the killer. During the killer phase, all victims are treated as puppets. However, one thing that I didn't remember till, we were just about to do stuff. During any other phase other than the killer phase, all victims are treated as normal victims. So, here's what I did. We had a walk and a weak attack, right? Or rest should also go over here. Alright. So, weak attack. So, if you fail, you lose a health and your turn immediately ends. It immediately goes to planning phase. A single success, you deal damage, but you also take 1 damage. And then on double success, you deal 1 damage. So, what my thought was, I was hoping for a single success. Because we had 1 health left. By dealing damage, it lets me get rid of one of the puppets. And if I take damage, it brings me down to my final health token. When all you have left in the game is your final health token in your health pool, you are able to roll 1 additional die. So, I aimed for a single success, got it, which allowed us to roll 3 dice instead of 2 when we resolved our walk, which gave us a higher percent chance to roll a double success, letting us move 2 spaces. Oh my word. My brain is massive. Not to pat myself on the back, but that was massive decision. And now, all that's left is Geppetto. He can't summon any more puppets. All the victims are gone, so he has no one to help him. It's just him. He deals 2 damage, moves 3 spaces, So, killer phase, he's gonna move to me and attack, and I will guard. Partial success? I'm gonna roll close call just to be safe. That's better. Reduce damage by 2. Which is all he does. So as long as I get a single success on the guard cards, we're golden. Panic phase, upkeep phase, action phase. I'm going to focus. Close call. I'm going to focus again. Single success. Boom. This goes down by 3. And I'm not going to do anything else, because I would like to get a guard. That is all I'm able to purchase. And I'm gonna have to hope that that's all I need for this next roll. I do have 3 health, so even if he hits me, I can take it. Alright, killer phase, he will attack, I will guard. Single success. Panic phase, upkeep phase, action phase. I would like to walk. Would like to walk again. That's a double success. 3, 2 for the fail, and 1 for the double success. I can move 2 spaces. I would like to go 1, 2. I'd like to stay right there. Planning phase. I have 3 points. 1 close call and 1 guard. And from now on, we are going to try and keep it that way. Oh, I can take both focuses back too, if I want. Alright. Killer phase. Attacks, guard. Close call. Double. That's a single success. Alright. Action phase, I'm just gonna do focus. Single success, that's all I need. 3 points. Available. Close call. And a guard. I will take the 2 walk cards, just in case we have a partial success roll. Killer phase. I now have 3 dice. Guard. Partial success. That's why we took these. Alright. I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to go straight to planning. I'm going to do 4 points for retaliate. Down to 2 points. I will purchase the sprint. Or search, sorry. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I can take the focus card. Alright. Killer phase. Retaliate. And this is where things are gonna get spicy. Double success. 2 health gone. I will just get rid of this card. Action phase. I will search. Double success. I'm going to search the House of Mirrors. I take no damage from traps. I have a knife. Planning phase. Guard. 2. Search for 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect. Why am I not attacking yet? You'll see. Killer phase. I will guard. Double success. Upkeep. Search on my action. I'm gonna close call. Alright, never mind. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I will do... what's the one I didn't do? I did the House of Mirrors, so Forest of Horrors. Trap gone. Knife Bandolier. When using the Knife Bandolier, you may divide the damage as you choose between any enemies within range. Okay, so if I do more than 1 damage, I can... So how does... It just seems like a more complicated knife. Alright. 4 points for Retaliate. 3, 4. And that is it, other than taking nothing, because I can't take anything. I have to get rid of a close call card, though. Alright, now is our time to... Time to get... dirty. Killer phase. Retaliate. Single success. Reduced by 2. Deal 1 damage plus the 1 from the knife. All I need. Weak attack. We'll just close call that one. Single success, that's better. They'll take a damage, but they take 2 damage. Alright. Planning phase. Guard. Close call. 1, 2, 3. Take walks and focus cards in case we get partials. That was a bit of a painful situation there. Alright, killer phase. Guard. Attack. Single success, that's all I need. Action phase, skip. Planning phase. I can again spend 4 points to retaliate. 4. And 2 points to... You know what? 2 points to search. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh wait, no. Don't take the search card, take the close call card. Dar. I didn't realize there was a close call card sitting right there in my face. Killer phase. Retaliate. This is gonna get him down to the wire. Double success. Ignore all damage and deal 2 damage plus 1 from the knife. 3 damage. Upkeep. Action. Weak attack. Double success. This was such a quick turnaround. I am baffled with how quickly this turned around. We started this game expecting it to end within the first like 10 minutes. That is how you outsmart Geppetto. I quite genuinely, 100%, with no lie, thought it was game over within the first 10 minutes. There, any of these? Oh. The answer is no. I decided to look at all the other finale cards to see if any of them still have the spawn 1 puppet. None of them have it. Which, fun fact, one of them doesn't even have an action for the minions. Let me read the special rules for Japan. Place it on the exhausted. Each killer phase up until the finale is revealed, the first step in the minion action line on the back of the finale card is to spawn a puppet. Up until the finale is revealed. So once the finale is revealed, that is perfect proof. Once the finale is revealed, puppets no longer get spawned. Whatever puppet's on the field, it's on the field. If it's on the puppets card, it's donezo. It can't do anything. 1 health, 1 damage, no matter what. Its movement's the only thing that adjusts with the bloodlust tracker. I feel like this is like become like a standard now for my playthroughs of these feature films. Is once we beat it, I have to like go through every single rule set to make sure I didn't forget anything and make sure I didn't like cheat my way through victory somewheres. This is the most cut and dry victory we've ever had, where I never at any point had to question a rule, where I felt like I messed up and accidentally cheated on a rule. Nowheres. I read through every single rule this time and made sure I absolutely understood it right from the moment this stinky little token dropped. Oh man. Man, that feels satisfying. That was probably the most satisfying victory we've had. And I loved it. Why are you grumpy? Oh, you're not grumpy, you're sleepy, because you're going to sleep in 15 minutes. Oh, I'm silly. Look at my Tamagotchi. It looks grumpy, but it's just sleepy. This one decided to move on yet? No, he's still kicking. The little squid guy's still kicking somehow. Man, we breezed through Carnival. Good job, team. Wow, he is depleting like there's no tomorrow. I just refilled the happy meter, and it's already down by 3. Like, I refilled it just before stream. That was the most clutch game ever. I feel like this feature film has Ratchet Lady beat. Before this feature film, I was gonna say Ratchet Lady was probably one of the more difficult ones because of the way the minions function. But this is way worse. Because there was a lot of moments, if I remember correctly, during our Ratchet Lady playthrough, where so many of my turns were just spent moving around the board trying to find an angle to get at her and avoid the minions. Because of how frequently the minions were spawning. To be fair, this one, like, eventually the minions stopped, so it made it just a very, like, straightforward fight. At the very end. But, man, the beginning was so rough. Oh, I forgot about the whole, when you draw at least one item card, draw an extra. So I should have gotten this House of Mirrors card, which was a throwing hat, which doesn't really make a difference. I was hoping to find the other knife. What was in the things to astonish? There's the trap. A crystal ball. Once per action, roll a die. 1 to 4, nothing happens. 5 to 6, look at the next tarot card and place it on either the top or bottom of the tarot deck. First aid kit. Okay. No other knife. If you have 2 knives, I think it's with everyone. If you have 2 knives, you can attack with both of them at the same time. I don't know if it's a special rule for someone. But I very distinctly remember somewhere is about like, oh, if you have 2 knives, you can use both of them for damage. Which makes me also wonder if the knife bandolier also counts for that. But the knife bandolier has such a weird... I don't understand that one. I'm not a fan of Lord of Bones now. You can get out of here. Thank you, Lord of Bones. Alright. So, all that being said, another final girl survived. Means another envelope to open. So, I'm not gonna lie, I love this spiel. I love doing this spiel. As much as it's like, okay, I'm back at it again. I love doing this spiel. I need to moisturize. I don't know why my microphone just peaked when I sat down. Make sure my hands don't look super crusty. It's cold out, chat. It's cold in Canada. And it's making my hands break out. My hands are all crackly. I promise when the weather gets nice again, my hands won't look as bad as they do, but it's cold out. Please respect the cold hands. with the two Tom. I was so... Just to add to the pain and frustration of this week, I mentioned that I got 2 new Gen 1 Tamas, right? Let me grab them. So, I got these guys. They're not even open yet. I got these guys. They're not open yet because I had pre-ordered. Yes, I pre-ordered Tamagotchis. Deal with it. GameStop exists. And they let you pre-order literally anything that they sell. I had pre-ordered some of the new Tamagotchi connections that were coming in. They were supposed to come in last week. That, unfortunately, got delayed, and it was supposed to be this week. It was supposed to be today that they get released. But yesterday I checked the website again, and they got delayed till the 31st of January. Which means they are currently in perpetual delay. So I didn't open these 2 new ones because I was going to wait until we had the 2 connection series. I was gonna wait till I had the connection ones in, and then I was going to do just one big video tomorrow where we just open Tamagotchis, basically. But the connections got delayed, so now I have these sitting here, and I'm like, do I open one of these now? Do I wait? Do I hold on to them and wait till we actually have the connections? Because at this point, I don't know when the connection Tamas are going to get released. And it's frustrating. And I was really looking forward to it. Both last week and this week. Which I was extra looking forward to it this week. Because not only would I have had new Tamagotchis, I would have had new Tamagotchis on my birthday. Because that's today. And I was like, okay, cool. They got delayed to my birthday. That's kind of exciting. That makes it kind of feel more exciting when I pick them up. But no! They got delayed again! So I don't get Tamagotchis. I don't get my connections. And there's not a single store selling connections right now. I don't know why. I picked the Gen 1s I picked up from Walmart. They have Generation 1, Generation 2 of those series. Literally nowheres other than GameStop sells the connections. And the only connection series that my local GameStop has right now is this one. And as you can see, I already bought it. So other than that, the only other thing they have is the regular pink Tamagotchi. So this, but it's just the regular pink one. It's not the Sanrio one. It doesn't come with the Sanrio ticket. It's just this. Which I'm not gonna lie, having had the uni for a few months now? A few weeks now? I think it's a few weeks now. I think it's been about a month, hasn't it? When did I pick up the uni? It has not been a few months. It's been a few weeks. I think I picked it up around this time. I think it was like 2 weeks ago when I picked up the uni. Having had that, I absolutely love this thing. I don't know why I feel the need to respond to these messages right now, but for some reason my silly little ADHD brain decided you need to respond to these messages immediately. So, but yeah, having had my uni for as long as I had it now, I really love the uni. It's so nice. It's probably my favorite Tama at this point. Like it's nice. It's got a wristband on it, so like I don't wear this at work because like I'm afraid of destroying it doing my job. And also like I don't know. I feel weird having this on my arm at work, but if I'm like out in the town, I just put this on my arm. I can check my wrist and be like, "Oh, how's my Tamagotchi doing?" Take a little care of it. There's not as much like worry about discipline and everything. For example, on like how not as concerning like discipline is with the uni. The last Tamagotchi I had on this was Mamechi, who is like perfect care status, like zero care mistakes basically. That is how much easier the uni is to operate, which makes it nice. And because you have the whole idea of like being able to see all the past Tamas you've had, it makes it kind of like a fun little Pokemon situation where it's like, oh yeah, I got that one. I remember that one was a pain. Blah, 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 blah. I love the uni so much. It's just so nice. Alright, let me start putting things away while we rant about Tamagotchis. Now that I understand what I was doing wrong with the original generations of Tamagotchi, I do like them a bit more now. Just with my lifestyle, the whole discipline and like care mistakes are still a little bit of a struggle. But that's just because of, you know, my life and the fact that I'm not a literal child who can just like be doing whatever and their machine beeps at them and I'd be like, oh, I gotta take care of this. And people are like, oh, ha 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 ha, what a cute little kid. Instead, people are like, oh, a machine that beeped, what was that? And I'm like, oh, I just gotta take care of my little virtual pet. And they're like, oh, that's weird. You're an adult and you have a virtual pet? What screws do you have loose in your head? Like, I don't. Well, I do. But, like, taking care of a virtual pet is super normal and it teaches you, like, responsibility. It's not weird. And, you know, having some sort of, like, an inability to, like, focus on stuff very well, like a normal human being would, it's nice having something like a Tamagotchi to quote-unquote fidget with. I like fidget toys, but it's very much more of like, if I can't sit still, it gives me something for like, at least something for my hands to do. But like, the only thing I have an issue with when it comes to fidget toys is a lot of the times if I'm going to be fidgeting, the reason I'm fidgeting is because I need to get my mind off of what's causing me whatever my brain's doing and just like distract myself from everything around, because odds are most of the time I'm probably overstimulated. So I need something to distract myself with, and having a Tamagotchi is super helpful. Because it's just, like, you quickly, like, pull it out, check on its health conditions, make sure it doesn't need anything, make it use the toilet if it needs to use the toilet. You know? It sounds funny, and it's, like, it sounds kind of dumb to an extent, but, like, from, like, a mental health standpoint of, like, oh, I'm having a little bit of a panic attack. I'm getting overwhelmed with everything going on around me. What should I do? Well, I need to distract myself. What's a good way to distract myself? Oh, I have this little keychain guy, which mine's actually, I have it on a chain so I can have it as a necklace, which is really cute. I have this little keychain guy who needs my love and affection and attention. Let's see how he's doing. And then you can just click the buttons. And you go to the menu and you could see, oh, I've had him for 11 days now. That's really cool. His discipline's doing really good. He's full hunger. And he's super happy. That's good. And then you can be like, oh, okay, I looked at the stats. And I still don't quite feel at ease. I'll jump into a little mini game. A little mini game of, like, this one's higher or lower. And I'll just take a small moment to play a little game of higher and lower, which lasts 5 rounds. We'll just sit here and, is it higher or lower? And that's it. That's 1 round. Are you good? Are you relaxed? Alright, good. Cancel out of the game, put the Tama away, and go back to what you need to do. It is, like, I had originally gotten like back into these as like a sort of like I want to like reintroduce something from my childhood. I like Tamagotchis is something I loved and I really miss dearly, and I want to like they're re-releasing Tamagotchis, so I want to start getting back into Tamagotchis now. And I'm gonna buy Tamagotchis and have a Tamagotchi collection because they're cute and everything and blah 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 blah. And getting Tamagotchis unmistakably ended up being the greatest way to distract myself from stressful situations. Help me just take a moment aside from everything going on, focus on something unrelated, let myself just have a very brief moment. A lot of the times, especially during early stages, right now it's like ridiculous, but not that bad. Especially with Generation 1, it's, you look at it, odds are it will be down by 1 or 2 parts of either or. Usually it's like, so when it first reached adult stage, it would be, I work for 2 hours, I don't give it any attention, I get off, or I go for break, and it's down 1 hunger and 1 happiness. So I sit down, relax, give it a food, which giving it food is just push button, go to the food menu, and you feed it. And you can skip animations by pressing the center button again. So if you don't have a whole lot of time, you can skip the animations of it eating food. Or if you're just very impatient, like I am, you can press it and skip the animations. You can change the music. I was going to do the envelope first, but I ended up getting distracted with ranting about how Tamagotchi changed my life. I was gonna say saved my life. That's a little too extreme. Changed my life. Yeah, you feed it. You play a 1 quick mini game. Get it back to full hearts. And then you put it away. And it's just a very quick, brief moment to take you out of whatever moment you're in at the very moment. Moment. Yeah, I know. And then you're back into it. It is... I cannot believe how absolutely brilliant of a idea Tamagotchis is when you look at it from the standpoint of someone with, like, ADHD or neurodivergent or just any sort of, like, anxiety disorder, anything like that. It is a astonishing, great tool. Hello, Board Game Bard. Why? I could have sworn I recognized your name, but it says you're first-time chatter. How are you doing? We were playing board games, and then I got distracted and started talking about Tamagotchi. Getting the workday started. Nice! I am debating on whether or not I want to try and do a second feature film, or even just like a random selection. We just beat Geppetto, actually. It was terrifying, but we managed to beat it, actually. Thank you. I'm about to open Asami's envelope. Which means I need to actually do the envelope spiel and stop talking about Tamagotchis and how they're the greatest tool for anyone with an anxiety disorder or a neurodivergent or ADHD or and literally anything. This guy's been going for a month, I think, now? I think he's been going for a month. When did we change the batteries in this? We put a new battery in this on stream. What stream was that? I think it was a Final Girl stream, actually, weirdly enough. I'm gonna get rid of this music, and I'm gonna put on more cheerful music. Take a look here. I can figure it out real quick. History? No, your videos. It's kind of been a mixture. It's been mostly Nintendo games. Well, it's been mostly video games. I'm not gonna say Nintendo games because we've been playing Stellar Blade a lot. But it's a good mixture. I'd say they're all pretty evenly distributed. Was it Madness in the Dark? Was that it? That was on January 4th. It feels too late. A Knock at the Door, maybe? December 31st? I'm in the Canadian part of Canada. Maybe it wasn't a Final Girl stream that we fixed the Tamagotchi. I'm trying to remember what stream it was. The US part of Canada. Nice! I've heard Minnesota's very nice. I know a few people down there. I think they're still living there. I don't know. It's been a while since I've heard from them. Oh, it might not even be a VOD. It might not even be a stream that's in the VOD channel. It might have been one of, like, my... I'm late to stream and don't feel like I have enough time to do anything sort of streams. If that's the case, I don't have the VOD then. What's the general shtick for Final Girl? So, in the game of Final Girl, you are playing as one of the many Final Girls in the series. It kind of has a similar feel. I'm gonna say it this way. It kind of has a similar feel to Dungeons and Dragons, to an extent. Here's what I mean by that. So in order to play the game, you need two things. You need the core box, and you need a single, at least one, feature film. Two boards in front of me are each a feature film, and they come in a box. This is the box for that feature film. So each feature film comes with a location and a killer. For most situations, the goal of the game is to kill the killer. There are victims around that you can save that will give you a boost in abilities, activate an ultimate ability that each Final Girl has that's different. You can get weapons, attack cards. Basically, it's kind of like almost like a deck building game, where you're constantly using cards as actions, buying new cards with points that you have in order to do even more powerful actions. Meanwhile, the killer is trying to eliminate victims to gain more power and become stronger. And while you are running around this map, that's pretty much the shtick. Kill or be killed. I say, so I said in most situations it's kill the killer. There is... so far all I know of is only one of the feature films does not, like, the finale is not killing the killer. And that is The Haunting at Creech Manor with a poltergeist. So the poltergeist adds special item cards. One is a girl named Carolyn, and your goal against the poltergeist is to locate Carolyn and bring her to one of the exits. That's it. But it's tough. It is a easy to learn, hard to beat. Yeah, deck building Dead by Daylight. That's a good way of putting it too. Yeah, self-destruct is a way of killing the killer. The way the rulebook puts it, if you kill the killer, it's a victory. If you die, it's a loss. If you die and the killer dies at the same time, it is considered a victory and it is a heroic act. That is exactly what the rulebook says. Which, it's just a tiny little rulebook. It's not a huge one. But they thought about everything for this game. I'm very impressed with how well put together this board game is. It is very much going to be a board game where the first feature film you buy will always be the hardest feature film. I will guarantee you that. I was talking to a store owner. I'm into more other board games. This is just my current obsession board game. It also helps that it's a single player board game, so I don't have to worry about having other people My one of my favorites to play with people though is so other than Final Girl on my board game shelf, this is the only other like huge collection of pieces. Is this one? Villainous. This is an absolutely fun game. It also comes with a lot of expansions that you can mix and match with. Each person has a different Disney villain, and you basically just all are trying to accomplish your own goals while preventing everyone else from accomplishing theirs. Really cool. And yeah, there's like a bunch of different expansions for this. So there's a whole bunch of different characters you can learn. So it never gets too stale. I have almost every expansion for this. There's, I think, one expansion I'm missing. Yeah, this is exactly like Hostage Negotiator. I have not played Hostage Negotiator, but looking at it, it's like dead on the same. Like this is the exact same thing. The way that all of the action cards work looks exactly the same. And this is also one of those weird board games where like one of my favorite parts of the board game is putting it away. Because I have the wrong instruction book in here. You get to take the location that, and you flip it over. You take your instruction booklet for your killer and the little tray of the killer. Where that reflection is bouncing. And you take the lid. And there's your box. And you can put it on your shelf like this. Or you can set it on the shelf like this. Isn't that fancy? I love this. No joke, this is literally one of my favorite features of Final Girl. It's so cool. Tray in there? The tray's not in there. I call it the tray, but it's literally just the plastic lid that makes sure that nothing falls out. Yeah, this game has all sorts of different things, and you can mix and match as well with this game, which is really cool. So, say I want to have Geppetto as my killer, but I want to use a different location from a different feature film. I can do that. I can grab one from Series 1, grab a killer from Series 1, and grab a location from Series 2. Use both of those. All you have to do is take off that half, take out the tray, and then grab my other feature film, take the location, take that tray, and then I can just play it, which is really cool. And is it still down here? Yes. This is a part of the Kickstarter stuff, which is a set of 2 dice. This is specifically the Series 2 Kickstarter. So it's a cute little tray that opens up. Woohoo! And it has 2 dice in it. And these 2 dice have, one of them has, this one, has every single killer for Series 2. So each killer has an icon that represents it. And then this die has every location for Series 2. So if I wanted to... Oh, I forgot to put these away. If I wanted to play a game of Final Girl, and I'm not sure who I want to play against or what location I want, but I know I want Series 2, I just grab these dice, roll it. So we're werewolf, and the question mark means reroll. I think the thing specifically says reroll both dice if the question mark shows up. Reroll. Alright. So we're playing against Evomorph. Actually, this is vanilla. Evomorph at the USS station. That is literally vanilla. That's crazy. So I would just... Let me reroll again. Alright, I don't want the vignette, though. Alright, killer at the Wolf Asylum. Or what are they called? The Strangers, I think. Strangers? The Intruder. So, I would go up to my shelf of films. Grab these boxes. And we have Wolf Asylum. Again, symbol for the Wolf Asylum. So I grab Wolf Asylum, take out the tray, and then I go to knock at the door, grab the intruders. Again, matching symbols. Take out the tray, I have all my pieces, and then I can just play my game. It's really cool. And then I have my core box for all of my action cards and everything. I love how modular this game is. It's so cool. Easily my favorite game. Hours of fun. Hours of fun. I could talk about Final Girl all day. I could talk about it all day. But I'm looking... I'm trying to find other single-player board games that I think would be cool to check out on stream. Because I want to make board games a more frequent thing on channel. I just need to find some single-player ones. I get my cast and crew box so I can put Asami away. And then we will open the envelope. I've been putting off opening the envelope so much because I keep getting distracted and ranting. Asami's after Selena. Alright, so. Yeah, there's been a lot of really good, like, solo board games lately. I prefer thematic, for sure. Because, I played a lot of Dungeons and Dragons, so I really enjoy a game that I can kind of get immersed into. And Final Girl surprisingly delivers on that. So I enjoy a good thematic game. Thematic. Put these red dice away. And there's also really gorgeous miniatures that come with, that you can get separately for Final Girl, which look phenomenal. Here, every single Final Girl has a miniature. I have almost everything for Final Girl. I even have Series 3 pre-ordered already. It's supposed to come out around February, I think? Look at all these minis. They look gorgeous. They're so well done, too. Who's the best? I like Nancy's mini most, I think. This is the one we were playing today, right? Yeah, this is the girl we were playing today. nice and close to my grubby little hand. Look at this miniature. Miniature is gorgeous. Look at the amount of detail. Look how clean it is. Absolutely stunning. I used to do a lot of mini painting. I never had actual proper miniature paints though. So I'm looking into getting some, and I want to like really do these justice and have like a really like astonishing paint job on them. My throat's drying out. I love miniature painting. It's so much fun. I would get out one of the minis that I have. What's in the envelope? Right, the envelope. All right. So let me do the envelope spiel. I love the envelope spiel. It's so much fun. Ladies and gents, since we have survived a game with Asami, which means we have earned the joys of being able to look within this envelope. As always, I will say this. This is a unique thing that is there's one for every final girl. It is something that will help you in future games. The more you play. If you wish to purchase Carnage at the Carnival for yourself, and wish to earn the right to open this envelope, which Asami's from this one, so don't have to worry. It's from this one. If you're looking to purchase this yourself and wish to earn the right to look at what's in this envelope, I will do things as such. I will open it on stream. I will react to what's on the what's in the envelope. I will not read anything off the envelope. Chat's not allowed to type anything that's on the envelope. I will react to it, and then I will let you know when all the contents are put away for the envelope, so that you can return your gaze to the stream. So, without further ado, I will now open Asami's envelope. Whop. If you do not want spoilers, avert your eyes now. Oh. Okay. That's cool, but I'm trying to say as little as possible. Here is the text that is within every single one of these envelopes. It does still contain spoiler words, so if you're still avoiding spoilers, do not look at this. But this is within every single one of the envelopes. This spiel is there all the time. There's an ad break coming. I will snooze it. Don't worry, chat. I got you. I got you. It's gone for another 5 minutes. Alright, and we will now look at this. Ooh, I almost dropped it. Okay. I mean... Okay. I'm less concerned about this, but still interesting. Still an interesting item. Oh no, it's an item chat. Oh no. Alright, the contents are off stream. Oh, I forgot the spoiler warning. Contents are off screen. You may return your gaze. I'm pretty sure that's not the first time I said item. So it's something that's new to this particular feature film that I haven't had in other feature films. Which a lot of the times, the item within the envelope is usually taking an item from that feature film and letting you bring it outside of that feature film. Which the items are usually just the location itself. So, an item from that location and giving you the ability to bring it outside. Oh boy, big spoilers. I'm sorry. We're reaching the point with where we've played through all the feature films. We're nearing the point where we're going to start playing through the scenarios, which by the time we're playing through scenarios, it's all going to be spoiled anyways, because I'm going to start using the envelopes. I'm going to use the envelopes during our scenario playthrough. But yeah, it's a new item that's in this one. That I wasn't sure how it worked from reading it, but this version of it kind of removes the confusion that I had, so it makes it easier. Let me talk about. I mentioned it. This thing's hefty. Ow. I'm gonna quickly talk about the scenarios since I mentioned them. We still have another half hour. I can go on if I want to. I'm not pressed for time. I just don't want to yap people's ears off to the point where they're like, ugh, I can't listen to this person anymore. But look, I'm passionate. Passion. Exactly. Thank you so much, Board Game Bard, for the follow. I appreciate it. Alright. We're gonna look at the feature film rulebook first. Because the bonus features box actually adds a really cool thing. So it adds the feature film rulebook. So what this is each feature film comes with its own little rules paper. This puts it into a book form. However, it also adds achievements to the game. So, I don't think we looked at the achievements for Camp Happy Trails when we played it. But to be fair, we haven't looked at the achievements for Creech Manor because we didn't have this before Creech Manor. It's fine. It's fine. But yeah, this book adds achievements, which is super cool. So let's go to Carnival of Blood. There is a set of achievements for each location and one for each killer. Whap. Ooh, too focused. Alright, number 1, win a game at the Carnival of Blood. Check. Number 2, defeat 5 different killers in the Carnival of Blood. Have not done yet. No! Number 3, win a game where no traps were triggered. Technically, actually, because all the traps were negated by the time we even found them. Win a game where 3 or more traps were triggered. No. Deliver the killing blow to the killer with the golf cart. Nope. Witness the werewolf kill a minion. The what? Win with Zappo still with you. We did get that. We have Zappo. So that's an achievo. Move 5 or more spaces in one action phase. We did not do that. Yeah, werewolf, huh? It must be a special victim. Find an item by the end of turn 2. I can't remember if we found our first item by then. We might have. I'd have to double check the VOD for that one. Unlock your ultimate ability at the Carnival Blood. We did do. Save 3 or more victims in 1 turn. We did do. Look at that. We got a lot of achievements from that one. And now we want Geppetto's achievements. So first off, defeat Geppetto at the Carnival Blood. Already done. Defeat Geppetto at 5 different locations. Defeat Geppetto on Extreme Horror Mode. We did not do. Kill 5 or more puppets in 1 game. We did not do. Kill 3 puppets in 1 turn. We did not do. Deal 5 or more damage to Geppetto in 1 action phase. We did not do. Defeat Geppetto after revealing your final health token. We did not. Defeat Geppetto after revealing his epic dark power. Yes, we did. Kill multiple puppets in different spaces in 1 action phase. We did not. Kill a puppet with Furious Strike. We did not. A few good ones there. But yeah, other than the achievements, if you happen to lose the little papers inside the box, it literally is just exactly those papers. It shows you the components, what special setups you need, and any special rules. Spoilers. Maple Lane, hello. And all the special rules for the killer. It's also bigger, so it's a little easier to read, as opposed to like that small card, which is like that big compared to this. So all this is smushed down on like a card that'd be like that big. That big. And like half of this. So yeah, it makes it a lot easier to read as well. Instead of having to like sit there and squint at this tiny little piece of paper. Alright, that's that. Now that we've looked at the Chivos, I want to talk about this thing. Focus. Focus. This is the Lore and Scenarios book. Every series has one. By the way, if you ever want to look at the achievements, I'm pretty sure Van Ryder has put the PDF available for free to download on their site. Right? Feature film rulebook, yeah. You can download this for free on their site. You can also download the Gruesome Death books, which is all of these bad boys. But I like having physicals. You can also download the PDF for these, which adds a narrative, basically, to victims dying. One of the big content creators in this space works for this company and always says it. That's so cool. Yeah. Gruesome Deaths basically adds flavor text to victims dying, from like tarot cards being drawn to generic movements happening. Alright, snooze one more time. This is the last time we snooze. We have 5 minutes before ads hit. So I gotta yap. Alright, this is the lore and scenarios. So this gives us a full lore explanation for every single killer in the game. It also gives us a list of scenarios. So what these are is a special setup with a paragraph, like 1 paragraph to like 2 or 3 paragraph explanation on this basically setting the scene for this. It gives you what final girl to play as. It gives you what setup card to use for the location. It gives you which location to use, which you end up visiting every location in that series. It gives you what items to use for the item piles, what event cards should be active right from the start, which tarot cards, specific tarot cards should be used, which dark power card should be used, and which finale card should be used. So it gives you a flat out, like, written, this is how to play it. But what this is, every single killer has 5 scenarios, 1 for each location. And this is a continuative narrative from scenario to scenario that continues a story all the way to the final scenario, which is absolutely astonishing. And once we have played through all of the feature films individually and played through them each once, we are going to start doing the scenarios. I would also like to get the miniatures painted first and get to the better, like, a different camera setup before we do this, because I would like to use the miniatures as well. But yeah, it creates a full narrative. And what I want to do is we will do, on Saturdays, we will do a stream where we start with scenario number 1 for a killer, and we go through their entire scenario list from 1 to 5. So for Hans, we play the Night of the Pig, and then we keep going from scenario to scenario until we end on the final nightmare. And that is my plan for the future of Final Girl streams, and I am so excited for it because the scenario thing sounds so cool. Oh, barcode. Oh no. But this also adds lore for each of the killers, or the Final Girls. So if you want to get to know them a little better, get to know their personalities, they're in there. I am in love with this game. It's the coolest game in the world. I love Final Girl. Final Girl is my personality. I almost picked up the microphone to drink out of it instead of my water bottle. But yeah. I think that's all the yapping. That's all I have to yap to. Yap. Give me up, me mama soup. Me mama give me up when the morning comes. Alright, I can't snooze it this time. We got ads coming in a minute. I'm sorry, I just coughed without muting the microphone. Oh my goodness gracious. I yapped. The hardest yap of my life. He's asleep. She's asleep. They're asleep. Sleep. Which means this butthead's still awake. Full stats though, that's good. How much is its stats supposed to start depleting? Let me do some research while we're in the ad break. My face tracking is lost. We'll slap that up, even though they haven't started yet, apparently. Ads? Hello? Hello? Ads? Not really. I want growth, care, and lifespan. DF. There's the ads. There's the thing that says the ads are rolling. Alright, I'll throw this up now. Tamagotchi will eventually die due to neglect or old age. With each adult having their own lifespan, the death screen varies by region. If user maintained good care, okay. Stop. Good care during the adult stage, it will show an additional animation of the Tamagotchi laying an egg just before it passes. These eggs don't hatch into anything and disappear after the death sequence ends. Child and teen characters will never lay eggs. If a baby dies, it skips the death sequence entirely. This doesn't talk about the dying of old age thing very much. It just says that it dies of old age. I think I do need the characters page. Let me check the characters page. Characters. Re-release. I need the screen that talks about... There's one that talks about, like, oh, during the baby phase, this is the depletion rate. During the teen phase, this is the depletion rate. Where's that information? Maybe it is the top of growth care. This information? It begins at the baby stage after 60 and evolves into the child state after 65 minutes. It will evolve into a teen at the age of 3 and into okay, alright. Keeper's care. Growth chart, involvement guidelines. Doesn't help me at all. We're back from the ads. Welcome back. Trying to read and it's not working. Oh, every 6 minutes, wanna have you... I can't find where I read that. Oh, I didn't read it. I think it was just, I was watching a video and they mentioned it. Let me go to our chat scene real quick. And let me not break my neck every single time I look over at my Let me, hang on. Let me, okay. Whoops, that's not what I want to do. Chat scene, studio mode, board game. Board game cam deactivate. There we go. Studio mode. Yoink. Let me set things back up normally. Normal setup. So, I think I didn't actually read it on the wiki. I think I just heard it from a YouTube video. But I'm pretty sure the way Tamagotchi growth works is, as follows. Just reposition things really quick here. Now we have like 7 minutes left stream. It's fine. It's my stream. It's my birthday. I can do what I want. Alright, so I think it was a video, and the rules were like once it starts getting older, the timer for its hunger and happiness will start to slowly deplete, like diminish. And it will just keep going to the point where you can no longer keep up with it, and it will just naturally die. I think is what I read, which is really weird to think about. But I'm still in debate on whether or not I want to open one of these Gen 1s now or not. Because I'm not going to run both of the Gen 1s at the same time. And I'm probably going to retire this Gen 2 pretty soon. As, yeah, it's literally at adult stage. Is past the age that if it were to evolve into one of the special characters, it would. So I'm just thinking of popping this thing open, taking the battery out, and just setting this one aside. And doing the same thing with my connection Tama until I can get a second connection Tamagotchi. Because connection Tamagotchis almost require you to have a second one. Because you can't continue the generations unless you have a second Tamagotchi. The Uni kind of solves that issue because it allows you to connect to the quote-unquote connect to the internet, and get married that way and continue your Pokemon, your Tamagotchi's generations. But yeah, the connection, you physically have to have somebody else with another connection Tamagotchi that hits the adult stage at the same time, and then get them married, and then have an egg. The only way. It's the only way. Tamagotchis are so fun. I just wish I had a second connection one right now. And I would have last week if they didn't delay it, and I would have this week if they didn't delay it. They need to stop delaying the release date. Set a release date and stick to it. Please. I know Canada is struggling with a strike from Canada Post, but I don't care. I want my little virtual pet. I want him. I want them all. Alright. I think I yapped long enough for us to reach stream end time. Which I didn't get off topic that much, other than talking about how Tamagotchis is like probably one of the best like fidget devices to like help you through like with anxiety and stuff. I'm talking as I'm currently like fidgeting with it in my hand. See, it's a good fidget toy too. It's like playing with your keys. Yeah, it's good to meet you too. I'm so glad you could pop in and join. It's very cool. But anyways, I'm gonna go for today. I'm gonna go put everything away because I took down so many things. And then I'm gonna go sleep. Yay! Hooray! Yay, bye! I hope to see you soon. So next stream is tomorrow. I'm not 100% sure what I'm doing yet. It was gonna be Tamagotchis, but they delayed it again, so I'm once again back to square one. Because that's what happened last week. I planned on unboxing Tamagotchis, and they delayed them. I'm just a little upset. I'm just a little upset. So, Saturday's a wild card, which I'm pretty sure I said Saturdays were going to be wild cards. It's nothing unusual. Oh gosh. Oh, this is the greatest fidget, and it makes the most pleasant noise. Not even being picked up on the mic. I hope that's being picked up on the microphone. This is the greatest fidget sound in the world right now. Oh yeah. Ow. Ow, it's just hitting my knuckle now. Alright. I'm gonna go. I hope you all have a wonderful, absolutely fantastic remainder of your nights, or days, or whatever time zones that you may be in. Be sure to drop a follow if you haven't already. Oh, I didn't talk about it at all. I updated my throne. You can find it in the About section on here, if you wanted to go look at it. If you want to get something on my throne wish list, I will love and cherish it for the rest of my life. But by all means, do not feel obligated. Like, don't feel like this is me being like, you need to go buy something for me on my throne, or I'll never like you, and you'll get banned from my Twitch. No, if you want to, if you look at that list and you're like, yeah, I want to get this for them, I would absolutely, that would mean the world to me, and I would really, like I said, I cherish it forever. You can ask any of my friends, any items that I'm gifted, I end up cherishing it way more than if I were just to get it myself. I just decided I have a throne. I have not been using it at all. I might as well just throw things on there. If people decide they want to get them, that's super cool. That's super sweet of you. If they don't, hey, that's fine. I have zero expectations from it to begin with. It's just there as an option. I also added surprise gift as an option now. It wasn't an option before. I didn't realize it was even an option. So if you want to send me something that's not on the wish list, that is an option. It cannot be NSFW though, because there's a specific distinction on Throne between NSFW and not an SFW. There is a NSFW surprise gift and a regular surprise gift option that you can toggle. Ow! I need to stop fidgeting and just finish talking. But I'm so I almost just whacked myself in the face. Oh, it almost just flew off the chain. All right. I think that's a good sign to stop fidgeting. But yeah. I just wanted to mention that because I forgot. But anyways, thank you all for joining. I hope you all have a wonderful time zone. And I hope to see you all again very soon. And I'm immediately fidgeting again. Alright. Bye, everyone.